welcome back to VW Family Farm. It, as you can see, is dusk out here. We're in the short days of late fall and early winter here, and it's only 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm out here at my raised beds, and you can see I'm picking some broccoli. These are my fall plants, and they have done better than ever. But we have had some cold weather. In fact, we've already had snow here, which is pretty rare here for November, and my plants have took a hit. Broccoli and cauliflower and all those things don't die at these temperatures, but you can see they have really suffered. Now, these are Brussels sprouts. Those are the stars of cold weather. They love cold weather, as well as I have some collard greens and all kinds of different greens growing. Those things like that, kale and those things, it doesn't hurt them at all. They thrive in cold temperatures, but you can see my broccoli and cauliflower, and I have some cabbages over in the in-ground garden. They're suffering. We're at the end of the season, especially if you don't have a greenhouse. And so I'm harvesting some broccoli, and I showed you the cauliflower. I'm gonna leave that for a bit because it is kind of down. You can see the leaves kind of cover cauliflower, hoping it's gonna keep growing a bit. They're not really quite big enough to harvest yet. I will probably start harvesting off those just to eat as needed, but those broccolis are sticking up. So the frost and freeze really kind of gets to it. Some of it was kind of turning brown on the broccoli, on actually like the florets of the broccoli. So that's why I'm harvesting some of those, but I'm actually gonna leave a few of those too. So sadly, we are at the end of the gardening season here, even for these cold hardy things, except for the things I mentioned that are extremely cold hardy. So we're gonna head on inside and do something in there. So we're inside, it got dark on me, and we are kind of transitioning into some winter things that we do. And one of those for Ben and I is microgreens. And we had gotten a kit a while back to grow some microgreens on a very small scale, but that's all I want. I don't want tons and tons of microgreens to have to do something with, because I just know we will waste them and won't use them. But I do want some to add into our diet. So Ben is gonna help me put this together. We'll explain to you what it is and where we got it and kind of what our plans are.
So we've actually got both of these. This bigger one's out in the garage, but Andrea wants this little one inside, and it's gonna grow our microgreens. The other ones, I like it for starting our seedlings and things. So this one is a littler one. It's just gonna have one grow light. Let's see what all we got in here. Hardware, extension cord or power cord for the light. And these are the 2 bars that's gonna stick up. Each one of these trays, you can put plugs in there. I think you're just gonna fill this up with media and then plant your microgreen seeds, so these probably won't even be used. And then down underneath there is a wicking mat, so you can pour water in here. That's gonna soak it up, and then through the bottom of these, they'll wick that moisture up out of the pad there. So it's gonna be really quick and simple to put together. Alright, so it comes a little package with 2 screws, 2 nuts, and 2 clips. The screws are just going to go through here, put a clip on. It's kind of hard to see in this little tight spot. Bad lighting, but I'm just putting the nut on there. Alright, so once you get them on there, I didn't tighten these just really tight, because just in case you need them to move a little bit, to line up. So all we're doing is putting this light in there, and it's gonna be a tight clip. So you set this, I'm gonna set this side in first, push on it, and snap them down in there, just like so. So,
great job.
that's easy, easy peasy.
Now we're unwrapping a cord. Y'all can see literally how easy this is. This takes minutes. I'm so excited to do microgreens. It's just gonna give some more life into this house in the winter. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really not looking forward to winter this year. Everything is beautiful in its time and in its own season, but 2022 has been kind of a difficult year for me, and I'm just not looking forward to going into the dark, cold time of the year. I'm trying to see the positives and enjoy it, but I think this is gonna help. I'm probably gonna wind up dragging out the bigger one too and growing some stuff in it. And even if it's more than we can eat, I feel like there's other people that I might could share them with.
All right, so you remember when I put these on there? Boom, got that. Let's go set it up.
Let's do it. So before we can set it up in here, I am moving the last of our honey. I'm putting it down in a box and gonna move it because we're about to try to push and sell the rest of it. It needs to go to good homes, and we have a limited amount left. But if you're interested in honey from us, you can go to our website. It's always down in the description, and we can ship it all over. We've had really good success. These are plastic squeeze bottles, so it ships really well, but I gotta move them because this is gonna be the home of the microgreens. That's it for the honey for this year. So we've just got to wait a few minutes. That seed starting mix is very, very dry, which is part of what it is, but we have to wait and let it soak up some of that water. While I was waiting, I was thinking about some things I've been wanting to share with you guys. Today is the day I make meat deliveries. I do this once a week around our local area. And as I was out, I went in one of my favorite stores, Squisito's olive oil, and I just want to mention this to you guys before it gets too close to Christmas. This would make a fantastic gift. I've mentioned this to you before in the past, but if you're interested in ordering somebody that's like hard to buy for, I was thinking about that today. There's probably some people on my list that are going to get olive oil too. If they like to cook, I know sourdough is all the rage right now, and these are great to use in several different sourdough recipes. She has all kinds of different flavors, especially for someone that's like dairy free. Emily has problems with dairy, so I love, love, love. This is my all-time favorite one, the butter oil. It tastes just like butter, and on popcorn or in cookie recipes, all kinds of things, we have found that it doesn't taste any different. And I got a few different ones today, especially like for the holiday season. This wild mushroom and sage, super pumped about that one. And let's see, what else did I get that I wanted to share with you guys? Also really excited about this one. This one is toasted sesame. I really like, one of my favorite recipes to cook is called egg roll in a bowl. It's a really low carb recipe. I like to use our homegrown sausage and cabbage and things, and cabbage is abundant right now in your stores as well as probably in your garden, some of yours, just because it's a cold weather crop. So I really am excited to use that toasted sesame oil on there. Last thing I wanted to say, because I'm always about saving y'all money, is use code VWFF because that gets y'all a discount, and it's a pretty good discount. She ships all over. It's amazing to me. She packages really well and keeps them safe. I don't know how these glass bottles make it as well as they do. She shipped to me before, and they are just perfect when they arrive. So if you decide to get some, I'm gonna link their website below and save yourself some money, code VWFF. I'm gonna see if this seed starting mix is ready, and then we're gonna get it in the trays. So one thing about microgreens, we're gonna give this a go and see if it's wet enough, but you have to keep it moist for them to sprout. That's just part of it. And so you're not gonna be able to put the water down in the bottom in the reservoir and in that wicking mat right off the bat. You're gonna need to get your soil really moist. I think that's where some people go wrong on microgreens. And then you're going to actually mist them a couple times a day, at least once a day, to get them to ever germinate and sprout. That wicking and that reservoir area down there is gonna be amazing if you're trying to like start seedlings and things, because they're gonna grow roots down and you're gonna continue watering them as you're growing them. Now, microgreens are kind of a one and done thing. Like, you're gonna cut them off, harvest them, and they're not gonna regrow. So I don't know that that's gonna benefit you as much having that reservoir tray, but if you're sprouting seeds, it definitely would. All right, y'all. I'm not above admitting when I failed, and I am making an absolute mess. So I'm actually gathering these up right now. We're going back to the sink. And also, I did not realize how incredibly dry seed starting mix is. I am putting water and water and water in this, and it's just still soaking it up. So I didn't get near enough water. I don't have a measurement for you, just a lot. Now I gotta figure out how to get them back over there without them leaking. I literally, y'all, sometimes do not think things through. Ben is way better at stuff like that than me. Our brains just do not work the same. All right, that is it. I'm gonna pull this out a bit away from the wall just to be safe. Although that's just an LED light, I really don't think it would do anything. But we're gonna keep those spritz just with a water bottle sprayer, or just lightly water them a couple times a day. They'll sprout. I really think this is gonna be fun. I really just am a person that I like to have things going, and this time of year there's just not a lot I can get going outside. So I think this is actually gonna be pretty fun and give us some fresh greens in our diet. As always, I'll put some links below if you're interested in those, but no pressure. Just wanted to kind of show you guys what was going on around here. We will see you later. I'll let you know how this turns out. I may actually go drag out the bigger one too. There's one that's probably 3 times that size. So it would grow more microgreens or plant starts, or just whatever you want to grow at one time. So I'll link that one too, just in case you're interested in the bigger one. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and God bless.